at our grant, I think the first seed funding came in only at the end of like 2017, early 2018, right? And so I kind of put my academic path, on pause a little bit, took a leave from the university, and then helped to take that to the market. Academic path originally kind of from cryptography, distributed systems, and some of these kind of technical curiosities as the original motivation, right, to start playing in the space, like I mentioned. And then after we did our grant, it was pretty clear that to actually solve these scalability issues, you're gonna have to have many different layers, many different approaches, many different kind of techniques and horizontal scaling techniques. So that's when some of the early kind of problems around interoperability started to come up. And after our grant, I decided to focus on the interoperability kind of full time with Axelar.
Got it. So Algorand, I remember it became pretty hyped up in 2018, 19, right? And so when did you start Axelar? And also, what was the early days of founding like?
Yeah, so we started Axelar about 3 years ago, right now, so kind of 2020. And the original motivation for Axelar, as I mentioned, was the fact that we saw many different platforms being built in parallel. So we were building Algorand, there was like Cosmos, Polkadot, right, Ethereum, kind of layer 2s, Solana, Avalanche, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty clear that you're going to need to connect them at some point, and the fact that you're going to need more chains relied on, very fundamental premise that you need to scale things kind of horizontally. You can't scale things vertically forever with a single like monolithic stack. So when we were starting Axelar, in 2020, frankly, many people didn't quite understand what we were saying. Okay, so they're like, well, what do you mean you need like interoperability? People like, isn't Polkadot gonna solve this? And I'm like, well, no, Polkadot is like, has their own like shards. They can only talk to one another. You can't talk outside. And people, like, what about Cosmos? Like, doesn't that solve everything? I'm like, well, no, like you have these like, Cosmos chains they can talk, but that protocol inherently, can't really scale that easily outside. So you're going to be like bottlenecked by the technical limits of it.